When teaching somebody to chip a ball, I don't want to teach them a new swing, so I'll teach them what we call the baby swing. In a normal swing, I want people standing at shoulder width and turning both their chest, their hips, and hinging their wrists in the backswing. Obviously, this is far too much energy for a chip. So what I do is get them to stand a little closer together, about hip width, the ball still in the center of the stance, the weight still in the center of the stance. And I just get them to turn their chest to the right without turning the hips. This way, the movement in the backswing is limited to around about 45 degrees. By keeping their wrists still, they're basically keeping this triangle of the arms, the hands, the club and the shoulders. They turn the triangle back through the ball by turning their hips and their chest as usual, as far as it will go, staying and remaining in this upper body tilt. This is what we call the block position, and means that they've kept their spine angle throughout the whole shot. So the spine angle remains the same in the backswing and the follow through. This way, they've only got a certain amount of energy at their disposal. The main advantage of this method, however, is that you have a very shallow attack angle. That means the club is coming in so close to the ground that it's simply sliding through the grass. In my opinion, a lot of the trouble that people have with chipping is a too steep attack angle. Many have learned to put the ball across from their right foot, their weight on their left foot, and they're then coming down on the golf ball as if they're killing snakes. If you come down at 35 or 40 degrees into the ground, don't be surprised if your club stops. Imagine a sledge on snow. If I have a sledge on the snow and give it a shove, it will simply slide. If I pick it up and throw it at a 30-degree angle, it will stick in the snow or it will bounce. And the majority of you are actually feeling this kind of bouncing sensation, this hard and abrupt stopping of the club. And in the worst case scenario, the club is stopping altogether, just the ball isn't getting hit. The club face, or the club sole, is built with a nice rounded smooth bottom, and it actually would quite like to slide along the ground. But you're not letting it. Why? Because you're scared of the grass. There's no reason to be scared of the grass. I weigh about 12.5 stone, which is about 80 kilos, and my golf club is made out of metal. That means if I've got 80 kilos worth of metal sliding through the grass, which do you think is going to win? The grass or the golf club? In my opinion, it's probably the golf club. So I get my people to make swings and really have the feeling of the club being in contact with the grass from around about the right heel to the left heel, almost as if they're pulling the club along and through the grass. It has to be pretty long, pretty tough grass to stop your club, and it will simply push the grass out of the way until it gets to the ball, and the ball will then leave the club dependent on the loft. Quite simple. If you want to then change the distance you hit the ball, take a different golf club. If you want to hit the same golf club different distances, change your stance or address position. If I have 45 degrees of chest rotation without hip rotation, and I turn my hips and feet 10 degrees to the left, then I only have 35 degrees. That means by a small change in my stance, I restrict my backswing and hit the ball shorter distances. The big trick is to keep the club low. Low means slide. Slide means a safe impact. In my opinion, keeping this game simple makes it a lot more fun.